Worn out gear. I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all. Aye, yeah, just yesterday, in fact. Put me in the right state of the sort of door.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melve. Melve, I say.
Not as if we let thieves wander around the palace. As it should be. 'Tis no concern of ours. I'll hear no more.
I could see myself.
Good to see you, Master.
Here we are. Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho, ho! To think if only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Bakbatal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them.
I'd sooner stay out of that, where it's possible.
I wonder if it's too early to introduce yourself.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
What about you? Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads? Despite the hour, you know where to find.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? We're here, and none the... It seems we must part ways for the time being.
Beg pardon, sir. But you are the Arisen, are you not? Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, 'tis a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not move to a more discreet location?
All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders. The weight of my duties is like to flatten me. Can't wait for the new equipment. Such quietude is a blessing.
Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword, one of the kingdom's treasures. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, I have stolen it from the masquerade hall where 'twas on display. A duplicate now rests in its place, and I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden, lest the ruse be discovered. Generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Deesa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, when the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond of it. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen. I bid you good fortune.
Just about anywhere. When does my watch end? Asleep for all my days, so tranquil. This place is all
'Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize... Guards, seize the intruder.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
Welcome.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melve? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melve.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine. Market, methinks.
This isn't much to go on.
Well met, sir. Might weary at this hour, sir. You must have quite a tale to tell.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
You'll not believe the journey I've had. I'll wager my horizons are broader than ever.
Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality. Much obliged.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
This really is fine craftsmanship. Hey? Got a blade what needs fixing, do ya? Hand it over. Where'd you find this ancient thing? I can scarce see the steel for all this rust. But hold a moment. Isn't this a regalia sword? The state of it. Blades like this were ne'er meant for battle, sure, but this one's been ill-treated. Restoring an antique like this will prove nigh impossible, methinks. Although, there is one who might have the skill. A dwarf.
Baron Batal, a living legend of the smithing trade. If anyone can do it, sir, I reckon 'tis he.
So, a legendary blacksmith resides in Batal. It sounds as though he's our best bet for restoring the Regalia sword.
Indeed.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Hope to see you again.
A master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
The sea lies in the distance, and beyond it, a land unknown.
For good or ill, we cannot truly know what awaits us till we tread the land ourselves.
'Tis a glad thing that you rested with us.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Efficiency at its best.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
I look forward to seeing your marksmanship. Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not. ever so soon. Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
My magics are at your disposal.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
Leave the finding of equipment-enhancing materials to me, Master. I shall sniff...
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
Words worth hearing. No one can defend themselves with grapple weapons. I will protect you.
You've my thanks. Take this with my
magics are at your disposal. That. 'Tis a pleasure to serve you, Master. Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
A gift of fire! Just mind you don't burn your fingers. How vast the sea is!
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
That is most fortuitous.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
Watch out for the choppers!
We have no need for exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I've got a good feeling about this one. But of course, Arisen. You may depend upon me. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Shan't let them harm you.
When tasked, be sure to avoid open flame.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. Are yours to wield!
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. Arisen!
strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable!
Come on then. Let's go. Not like this.
My magics are at your disposal. Tis about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
There I see it. We trounced our foe well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. Success!
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt. Let me get that.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. The sun's light has grown dim.
We shall have to rely on our other senses as the darkness robs us of our sight.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep? A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
We've got goblins!
Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
give you...
This spell will empower you with elemental magic.
We are to retreat then.
Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack as we pass.
Right you are.
You'd think they'd have learned from the last lot that we're not to be trifled with.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever odds.
'Tis easily done. The sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring. That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
Let us pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and try not to slip up again.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Just hand over your gun, and I'll let you alone. I shan't let you get away.
Got to be something worth thinking for hereabouts.
Well done, Master.
Alas, 'twould seem I've taken on too much.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet. No one can defend themselves from crushing like us.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
When does my watch end? Please.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Now it's gone. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir? Oh, pray do a poor man a kindness.
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. 'Tis nigh impassable now. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure aught's aright with it?
I thought you might like this, so I picked...
Could it be aught's... If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward,
Tisn't my way to gossip with...
How might I be of assistance?
Have you heard the rumors? The residents of a small village to the north.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I'm on duty.
I follow my whims, wheresoe'er they may lead.
Is this some manner of trial?
I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again ere long.
Well, it takes two to make a sale. And this seller had nothing to tempt us with.
Greetings, sir, and welcome to the Sword and Staff. We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to forgive us if the ale runs dry. The Sword and Staff is open for business.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Well, hello there, sir. Oh, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the... order where quarrels occur every other day. I dream of owning a larger store, I do. Do come again?
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell is you travel quite a bit. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offulv? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind as to seek out the Jadeite Orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service.
Sirs Offulv and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it, assuming we find the thing at all?
Whatever choice you make, Arisen, I am sure 'twill be the right one.
Fancy a look at my wares? It's been a hard day.
Sir Murdin stopped taking visitors after his lady wife passed. He's not the friendliest of neighbours, though I can't think he's a bad sort.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party?
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consarn it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Please, stranger.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? It smells good. Welcome, sir. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation. When there are so many exciting methods of combat to be tried. Do come again.
Time to hit the sack.
Ritual would happen to shake things up.
Things will sort themselves out.
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe, and we parted ways. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries haunt me even now. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a better fate than this.
Let me think on this a moment.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature works in mysterious ways.
Can't leave my post, I'm afraid.
Pray, sir, seek out the jadeite orb for me. My life depends upon it. As for where to look, you could try asking a bandit, or someone who's apprised of illicit dealings.
If you don't mind, sir, I've my duty to attend to.
Shame there aren't as many folks spinning tall.
Have you heard the rumors?
If you see aught untoward, pray inform me.
Could it be aught's befallen the cenotaph? I'd heard the spirits had come. If I cannot dissuade you from pressing onward, perhaps you'd consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure aught's are...
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Aught you need of me? Time to be heading home.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you?
Take this!
I truly appreciate your offer to aid us with this, friend. Had you not spoken up when you did, I fear Morris would have rushed straight into the jaws of the... I know he's in pain. I am too. But trying to... Oh, I should tell you. I heard someone... He may have some inkling of where the creatures took prey. Do what you can to bring Rog back to us.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of mine, if you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Many would call themselves a master. Hope to see you again.
Would that I could spend all day here.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Would you be so larcenous deeds are the ken of bandits. Mayhap one of their ilk.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Eh? Need something from me, do you? That old fool wouldn't last a day without me. I've seen better days, that's for sure.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Many thanks to you.
The jadeite orb is safely in hand.
So, how goes it? Did you manage to retrieve the jadeite orb? Ah, splendid. You've my thanks. Before we discuss your reward, however, there is one final matter to which we must attend. You see, in my line of work, trust is paramount, and so we shall go to verify the orb's authenticity together. Come, I trust old Ibrahim.
Follow my lead.
Always another errand to see to.
Good day, Ibrahim. Would you be so kind as to examine this jadeite orb? Now, I have a bit of business to attend to while he performs his appraisal. I ask that you...
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
What is it? The appraisal's not yet done, and I must needs concentrate.
Fancy some of my wares?
He ought to be finished by now. Come, let us go see. You have done your title proud, Arisen. This jadeite orb is indeed the genuine article. My partners shall be most relieved to hear of its return. You have certainly earned your reward. I trust you will find it satisfactory, and I do hope you will permit me to call upon you again, should aught arise.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Any tidings to share?
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Whatever 'tis you need, I can get it. Hope to see you again.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
I'd be glad to talk when I'm off duty, sir.
I've got wares of every ilk. Hope to see you again ere long. I've got wares of every ilk. If you see aught you like, best buy while you can. Hope to see you again ere long.
You'll never believe this, but the other day, I saw an elven woman and a dwarven man walking hand in hand. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in the same room and they'll be trading blows before you can blink. Mayhap my eyes deceived me. Greetings, sir. We see a great many customers given our location, so the Sword and Staff is open for business.
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph. On the eastern side, he had what looked like a bundle of grass with him. He would say no more than yet no sooner had I charged to his aid. But oh, poor lad. Pray help him if you can, sir.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
Have you heard the rumors?
Beg pardon, sir.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the jadeite orb? Say it isn't so! What am I to do without it? Master Everard shall kill me if I tell him I've lost it, yet I've not the coin to make a life for myself elsewhere. Forgive me, sir. I bear you no ill will. You did all you could on my behalf, I'm sure, but I'd best take my leave of you. I must needs find a way to live to see the morrow.
I do feel sorry for Sir Offulf, but we oughtn't lament our choice. As they say, coin makes the world go round.
Should you espy any large monsters fallen on the road, I ask that you leap.
Might you be looking to enlist?
Is there aught you require?
What? This again? I am aware of the situation. I feel bad for the lad, but I don't have time to go chasing after every child who goes missing. Monsters are a fact of life in these parts. It is not the first time they've preyed on some poor villager, and it shan't be the last. There's nary a thing I can do about it.
How might I be of assistance?
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
What brings you here?
If you see aught untoward,
I've not an inkling of what to do. Are the new recruits?
Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. I've seen my share of weary countenances. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. I'm just grateful to still be in business. Many thanks. Go on, have a look.
May have it hang about. Someone will.
Is autumn missing?
Have a gander at my wares. Can't regret it. If you see aught you like, best buy while you can. Pleasure doing business with you.
Nothing caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
There are quite a few beastrons are in Batal, but you scarce see them this side of the border. Strange that, considering some say Vermund was a beastron kingdom in bygone days. Mayhap you've seen those headless statues on roads and such? Tellies, they're meant to be depictions of a beastron ruler. Couldn't tell you whether any of that's true or not, mind. 'Tis simply aught I overheard at the tavern.
Lots to do.
Peruse at your leisure, sir. Swapping stories. One of life's great pleasures.
Some of us get chased so dull and good. Can't let myself get distracted.
All this treachery.
Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted.
Never should have taken this shit.
The flowers that bloom around, from what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light. Isn't that unusual?
Beg pardon, sir.
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew.
Lots to do. Have precious little time.
All honest coin is made while the...
What am I to make of this?
I'll take it.
What brings you here?
I'm in no mood for a chin.
Greetings! We see a great many customers. The Sword and Staff is open for business.
Shame there aren't as many folk spinning tall tales in the Tavern of...
Got any tail?
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell.
That looks promising.
Any tidings to share? The wise are as discerning with time as with coin.
Poor Rog. He truly is a lovely boy. He's always helping Morris in his shop, and he's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, he even picked some flowers on his way and put them up for me. All pretty like. I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower bed he tends to on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog, will I e'er see your smile again? I suppose I can only hope.
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds.
Ah, amid bones. Walking bones.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Good work! Well aimed. Right where it comes.
Ensure your next attack is no less
These beings are truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
I've got a good feeling about this one. My batteries are at your disposal.
I did my best to match your skill, Master.
But of course, you may depend upon me.
The Arisen has been poisoned.
I am in your debt.
You mustn't let this stop you.
Thank you, Master. I only hope I did not disappoint.
Yes, Master? You require assistance?
That was hard won.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard. A profitable endeavor. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes.
Onward! Adventure awaits!
Indeed, you are correct.
My magic are at your disposal!
Chances of victory are slim. The prudent choice would be to lead and take people.
Let me think on that a while.
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these. if 'tis to be. Of use.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
I am sorely disappointed. Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. Oxen are sturdy creatures, aren't they?
Such beasts are a fair source of meat when rations are lacking. Be on your guard. Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat? Behold! That was a sight to behold.
I can do no less in service to the original.
I like that. I'll get that for you.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Just imagine the coin we'd gain from selling this.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves every. Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it. But of course, Arisen. You may depend upon me. way! Slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I've got a good feeling about this one. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creation.
As I've said.
Poor Rog. He truly is, and he's delivered me my remedies many a time. What? I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful poor Rog. Well,
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light. Isn't that unusual?
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Greetings, sir. And we see a great many customers given our location, so you'll...
Remember the last time I had a proper stale one? Welcome, sir. If, after all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so... so many exciting methods of combat to be tried. Business could be better, but I'm scraping. Do come again. Gotta make room for my next shipment.
All I need right here.
Hubris is man's worst enemy.
Nothing wrong with filching for survival. I'm in fine.
Reckon your road's been a long... Trade towns can make you right sick of crowd. But here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
There are worse things than turning...
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well?